Ladies and gentlemen, scholars and gawkers, welcome to the rise and fall of the bare bosom, a saga of uplift and downfall, support and surrender. Tonight we trace its peaks and valleys, its noble ascents and inevitable plunges. Please keep your eyes forward and your hands above your desk. While dignity is optional, curiosity is mandatory. Let's get started before gravity does it for us.
In the beginning, Adam and Eve, or their cave cousin counterparts, treated nudity like a buy-one-get-one deal. Breasts weren't scandalous. They were the Swiss Army knife of necessities. Combination milk dispensers, travel cushions, and prehistoric squeeze toys. Need comfort? Squeeze here. Hungry? Same spot. Stress? Well, let's just say Mother Nature's original design came with built-in relief valves, centuries before stress balls got in on the act.
Fast forward to Egypt, where Cleopatra skipped all the lace and went straight for linen. Forget Victoria's Secret. Her secret was gold eyeliner thick enough to blind rivals, and the self-assurance to breeze through 110-degree heat wearing nothing but confidence. Topless? Hardly scandalous. More like climate control chic. When the desert sun blazed, Cleopatra proved you don't need push-ups when the temperature itself is doing all the heavy lifting.
The Greeks were all about symmetry. Men oiled up, flexing like marble peacocks, turning the gymnasium into a runway of glutes and gods. The women? Different rules. If you wanted décolletage, you had to be divine, ceramic, or carved into stone. Pottery breasts got more screen time than mortal ones. It was democracy in politics, dictatorship in dress codes. Unless, of course, you were a vase, in which case, go ahead, strut your terracotta stuff.
Enter Christianity, where breasts were rebranded from milk of human kindness to milk of human weakness. By 1000 AD, cleavage wasn't a neckline, it was an expressway to hell. Women risked eternal damnation for exposing even a peak of décolletage, while men strutted tunic-deep V-necks, chest hair waving like holy relics. Divine double standard? Absolutely. Turns out salvation was modesty for women and manscaping optional for men. Ah, the Renaissance, where painters turned breasts into buy-one-get-one free produce displays, piled high like melon mountains at Costco. On canvas, bosoms were ripe and radiant, but in real life, society cinched its chastity belt tighter than grandma's Tupperware lids. Public cleavage? Scandalous. Private portrait? Glorious. It was the age of contradictions, where brushstrokes celebrated bounty, while bust lines were treated like contraband behind velvet ropes.
The Victorians mastered repression like it was an Olympic sport. Women laced into corsets so tight they could whistle through their navels, and draped in dresses that doubled as fainting couches. Meanwhile, men strutted in the newly minted beachwear, just formal enough to do the job, convenient enough to get abandoned in the water. By the 20th century, men's swimsuits got skimpier, the beer bellies flopped out, and all efforts for style loosened faster than a corset at midnight.
Until the 1930s, men's nipples were contraband, smuggled under wool tank tops like shady contrarians at the shore. Then came the topless protest, a flash mob of chests declaring independence, freeing the areola with all the dignity of a sunburned revolution. Their legacy? The great American Brotan line, etched like a patriotic sash, paired eternally with cargo shorts, because if you're going to liberate the nipple, you'll need extra pockets for sunscreen. By the 1950s, women asked, "What about us?" hoping for beachfront equality. Society smirked, nice try, but nope, shelving the request like last year's fashion catalog. Thus strutted in a double standard so brazen it made Puritans blush. Men's chests roamed free range, while women's remained under lock and lace, proof that hypocrisy tans faster than skin when basking in the glow of selective liberation.
Today, men jog, mow, and grill shirtless like walking billboards for sunscreen, even slipping into college classes with their chests on full display. Meanwhile, women risk fines, or worse, a Facebook ban, for exposing a single pixel of areola. The result? A breast joke without a punchline. A comedy sketch where half the cast gets a standing ovation and the other half gets censored faster than you can say wardrobe malfunction.
So when did modesty muscle in? Somewhere between Eve's leafy pret-a-porter and Victorian lace doilies masquerading as fashion. Meanwhile, men staged a topless tantrum in the 1930s, sand-kicking, chest-bearing rebels who won the right to roast evenly. And women? Still stuck playing peekaboo with fabric. Perhaps it's time for your own fig-leaf rebellion, a sunlit sequel where equality isn't buttoned up but unbuttoned, beachside with style.
Well, that about wraps it up for today. Thank you for staying abreast of the material. Are there any questions? Yes, you in the back. No, I will not remove my shirt. This is a lecture hall, not a luau. We're here for scholarship, not skinship. Besides, my nipples don't have tenure, and until they do, they'll remain strictly off the syllabus.